Okay, hold on one second. Let me get this screen together. You know, I can't ever tell when. Okay, now it says I'm live. Hello, everyone. So excited to be here. Today we are talking about the shedding phase or the bleeding phase. Did you know that a woman's intuition, I can't talk, is highest during her period? So it's a great time for goal setting, you know? So for the next few minutes, I'm going to run down for you how to maximize the shedding or bleeding phase of your cycle to restore, tap into your intuition, and goal set. Did you know that that was the height of the time for a woman to tap into her intuition? Because that's when it is its highest. I can't talk, y'all. If you did know that, let me know in the comments. Drop it in the comments if you already knew that. And while you're at it, let me know where you're tuning in from. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my videos, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can implement right away to start shrinking that waist and feeling better immediately. So now, if you've been following the series, you'll know by now that the bleeding phase is called winter because the follicular phase is spring, ovulation is summer, and the luteal phase we refer to as fall. That is when the body is clearing out what is no longer needed and preparing for new growth. Kind of like winter when things die off, right? That's where we get that from. So a period or the menstruation or shedding phase, whichever you're most comfortable with using, typically lasts between 2 and 7 days for most women. In some cases, it can be shorter or longer. That is typically a sign of a hormonal imbalance. During this phase, progesterone will drop. That's what causes the lining of the uterus to shed. So if you remember from the last phase, progesterone is our keep calm hormone. It helps us stay a little bit zen. Right now, or during the bleeding phase, you're not going to be quite as zen. So that's normal. During this week, your energy is likely to be very low, and you may feel tired or withdrawn or introspective. This is natural. It leads to a natural desire for you to want to take a day off. So don't feel like you're being lazy if at this time that is exactly what you feel. It is a natural hormonal response for what is happening in your body. So do just that. Find a way to take it easy. Introduce some quietness into your day. Help ease your mind and spirit by taking that time off. Go for a short walk. Do some restorative gentle yoga. That will actually help with menstrual cramps if you tend to have those. Also, what helps with menstrual cramps, if you've been paying attention to the series, is not having processed foods and refined sugars. Those create an imbalance in the body and they intensify those symptoms. You'll want to practice maybe some deep breathing too. So close your eyes and breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth for about 5 minutes. That will help keep your body at a state of calm or even bring you to a state of calm and peace if you're a high stress individual or if you tend to have a high stress life. Taking the time to take it easy from strenuous exercise. Avoid exercises that are going to stress the ligaments of the uterus or the ligaments that are attached to the uterus, because that can cause even more cramps, right? It's a good time to take a break from things like CrossFit, boot camps, spinning, or running. Really take the time to rest and restore your body. Spend some time cuddling with your partner. Enjoying that downtime with that person will help to deepen your connection as well. Self-love and tender care really helps during this phase. Physical touch actually triggers the production of the hormone oxytocin, which is our love and bonding hormone, and it helps with physical pain. So if you're having cramps or headaches, which are typical for this phase, that oxytocin release will help reduce the physical pain that you may be experiencing. And it's really going to make you, I'm looking for the right word here, it really does bring a calm to your spirit to have that love and connection that your body needs right now. Downtime is so needed during this restorative time. You may find yourself craving peace and quiet. Listen to that voice. This is not going to be the time to go on a first date with someone or to plan activities. Listen to your body and give her what she needs. It's a great time to clear your schedule. If you've ever looked for a time to make an excuse to just be like, guys, I don't want to be bothered, this is it. This is the time to be like, I am taking this week to do as little as possible to give my body what it needs. And that is 100% okay. Leave the schedule as open as possible. Use this time for journaling, visioning, and goal setting. These are helpful activities to put on your calendar right now instead of social activities. As I said before, a woman's intuition is heightened during this phase. So communication between the right and the left side of the brains are at its highest during your than it is any other time of the month. So during your period, the communication between the right and the left side is at its peak, at the highest it will ever be. I cannot say that enough. So it's going to give you a really great place and time for you to really get intuitive, right? Get in tune with your body, what she's saying to you. Get in tune with your thoughts. Like really go deep with yourself, right? Intuition and gut feelings are the strongest during this time of the cycle, right? So it increases your ability to evaluate a situation. This is where that quiet time will come into play because you really can go deep in your thought and come to some clarity about some things. You can do it on a walk too. You may have noticed during menstruation before that you get intuitive hints about relationship or other areas of your life that may need attention. This is a time to take note of those feelings and set your intentions for the month ahead. This is a restorative time. I've said it probably 5 times. I'm trying to drill that in. It is a time for you to rest and restore and take care of your body. So whatever helps you pause and rest so you can focus on that, do that. Find that peace for yourself. Create that sanctuary somewhere in your home that will help you do just that. When you honor your body's innate need to rest and relax during this phase, it will go a really long way when that energy kicks back up. So remember, if you've been paying attention, the first day of your period, estrogen and testosterone are low. But they slowly, day after day, the closer you get to ovulation, start to rise again. And that energy is going to be higher. And that's the time to get into that strenuous physical activity. You're going to be moving into planning and strategizing time when those hormones are going to be key and heightened. So rest right now. So when that time comes, you are shooting from all angles and you're really kicking ass. I'm telling you, ladies, if we learn how to live in sync with the ebbs and flows of our hormones, we can truly dominate in so many areas of our lives. So giving yourself the time to rest right now is truly imperative. Excuse me, still coming down, getting over a cold, and it's driving me bananas. So foods to consume right now. During this phase, your minerals are going to be, you're losing a lot of nutrients basically, as you can probably imagine. So you want to consume foods that are going to help keep that blood sugar balanced, giving into temptation for chocolates or sweets or, those normal comfort foods that we typically will reach for during this time. You want to do your best to minimize that. Reach for healthier comfort foods like soups. Y'all know I can't talk. Soups or stews, right? Remember that butternut squash soup I was talking about before? This is a really good time for that because that sweetness is going to help with those sugar cravings. You want to increase your mineral stores with bone broth that's rich in minerals or vitamin-rich smoothies. Now, when I say a vitamin-rich smoothie, don't go crazy with the high sugar fruits, right? You want to put some nice greens in there, some good low glycemic index fruits, maybe pineapple because that has a bit more sweetness. It's going to add some sweetness to it. Some berries, keeping in mind that you are nourishing your body right now. Yeah, you want it to taste good, but you want to have a balance there, right? We're working on blood sugar balance. Enjoying healthy comfort foods is so key for those mineral stores and to replenish that iron. So iron-rich foods are going to be animal proteins, beans, and leafy greens, which are also high in the B vitamins, which are going to help with energy at this time. Remembering to keep that blood sugar balanced will help also create hormonal balance, okay? So don't feel ashamed or like you're not showing up for people. If you take this time to take care of you, it is so, so important. So when it's time for you to get back to your daily activities and kick into high gear, you have the energy for it. Hi, Chisa. Hi, Shanae. I think that's it for now. Until next time, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. But feel free to revisit the other videos of the series, as this is the last one, as we've reached the bleeding phase. So you learn how to live in sync with your cycles. Like, a lot of my schedule is based around when I'm going to be on my A game, right? Which we know is during ovulation, because that testosterone is higher. And it just really helps to know how to live in sync with them so you feel good more often than not. If I say, I don't know how many times you've heard me say this, it is not normal to not have energy, to be bloated, gassy, struggling with hot flashes, being grumpy all the time. That's not normal. People are always like, why are you always so bubbly? Because I eat in a way that is designed for my body to feel at its best the majority of the time. I'm not saying that it's always that way. I'm not saying I eat 100% all the time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying more often than not, because I've gotten used to it and I've learned about it and I've put it in practice. It takes trial and error. I've learned to eat that way, right? And I know the phases, and I know what's going to be most beneficial for my body at this time. So that's how, right? Being grumpy, bloated, irritable, cranky, all those things, that's not normal. And we do not have to age like that, ladies. Until next time, ciao.